Hey y'all, it's Vonnie with the Get Down Podcast, and we are back with another video. If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video with anyone and everyone that you know. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you're having a safe day. Wherever you are tuning into the podcast or watching the video, I hope everybody's having a great day. This is it, y'all. This is it. The NBA Finals is here. We got the Celtics. We got the Mavericks. We got some stars in the house. We are finna wrap it up with the last game of the basketball season. And as you know, once every season ends with whatever sports, then you have the draft for the upcoming players. But we made it. We here. We have the NBA Finals that is playing this week. We got Jaylen Brown. We got Luka. We have Kyrie. We have Jason Tatum. And it's not to discredit the other players, but these are the main players on a team that be getting the job done, you know. So we finally made it. I wonder how this game is actually going to match up one another. I mean, this is going to be a great game, a great series the whole time. Anytime it's the final game or the Super Bowl or the World Cup, whatever the ending game is, me and my personal opinion, before we get further in the video, before we get further in this topic, my opinion on it is I always like to see two teams that don't really go or advance as much to where the last game is being played. Because when you're constantly seeing the same team or a specific player, when you're constantly seeing the same player go all the time, it's like, wow. You want to see somebody different. Like, man, come on now. Nobody else can step up and be on that type of pedestal where they can perform at the last game, where all eyes are on them, everybody is tuned in. Like, you know, that's just me. That's just my opinion. That's just how I be feeling about it. Not to say that every team every year isn't going to advance, but sometimes you don't want to see the same teams always going. But if you do, let me know. Just let me know if you do. In my opinion, I don't like it. I like to see it switched up sometimes, because when you see a team going all the time, you start to get the notion, okay, well, they're probably going to be there next year, the following year, the following. So it's good to see the switch up sometimes. Whatever, like I said, whether it's the NBA Final, the World Cup, the Super Bowl, whatever it is, for the final game of that season, I like to see the team switch it up and be a shocker team in the last game. Like, oh, okay, well, they made it. I didn't really see them making it early on in the season, but they actually made it. So this is where it is. But the Celtics and Mavericks, I mean, they're one of the top teams in NBA. With the Lakers, we got the Warriors. Timberwolves are good too, but these are the last two. They standing. And I did see, I think it was Dwayne Wade on the commercial. He said nobody drinks the champagne until a winner is crowned. But everybody gonna get their little buzz on before then or whatever. So this article is from Olympics.com. We're gonna read a little bit into it, get into some stats, see where everybody kind of match up with one another, and just see, you know, in your opinion and even in my opinion, I'm gonna give who I think is gonna win the series overall, point blank. All right, here we go. 2024 NBA Finals, Celtics versus Mavericks, schedule preview, how to watch live. Winner of the NBA Finals, found out how you can find Luka Doncic, Mavericks, and Jason Tatum, led Celtics as they go toe-to-toe for the NBA championship title. You got the two main stars, look at them. Just precious. Okay, the men's basketball season in North America is nearly over. The 2024 NBA Finals is here. The East #1 team and the #1 overall seed, the Boston Celtics, will take on the West #5 team, the Dallas Mavericks, to decide who will capture the Larry O'Brien Trophy, before many of the players on the show head to their national training camps ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympics and final qualifying events. Yeah, also the Olympics is coming up. I don't know if any sports people, whatever, I don't know if anybody watches that, but they've been talking about Simone Biles. She's broke her record from her previous time that she's been performing. So make sure y'all check that out and see what's going on with her. Now that the basketball season is coming to an end, there's other sports and other things too to kind of get into. After a 64-win regular season, The Celtics steamrolled through the postseason, eliminating the number 8 Miami Heat and number 5 Cleveland Cavaliers in 5 games, before taking out the number 6 Indiana Pacers in 4 games to win the Eastern Conference Finals. Yes. For the Mavericks, the journey has been a little less smooth. Following a hard-fought 4-2 series win over the Los Angeles Clippers, Dallas then eked past the West number 1 team, Oklahoma City Thunder, winning series clinching Game 6, 117-116. That was a very close game because I did see the ending of it. They then eliminated the number 3 seed, Minnesota Timberwolves 4-1 to win the Western Conference Finals. We here, Mavericks, Celtics, fire game, all the way. All of that is now firmly in the past as the 2 top teams prepare to head in the best of 7 series to crown this year's NBA champions. Can Luka Doncic's Dallas Mavericks become the number 5 seed to win an NBA championship? Will Boston, led by Jason Tatum, become the most successful NBA franchise in history? Find out the key things to know about the NBA Finals below. So it's definitely some tension, not bad tension, but whenever, like I said, and also whenever these games are played, most of these guys, they're friends outside of the court, but when it comes to the court, when it comes to the field, arena, the stadium, whatever, it's business. That is business. So is it going to be Mavericks? Is it going to be Celtics? Is it going to be Luka? Will it be Jason? We're going to see. Okay, regular season results. The Celtics and the Mavericks. So let's get into a little bit of their wins, how many wins that they accumulated, and then the losses too, and just to see the scores and where they kind of stand with the teams that they did play in the postseason as well. Boston and Dallas met twice during the regular season, and the Celtics won on both occasions. Now see, that goes not a little hint, but more of initiation of saying the Celtics are a little bit, they're a little bit better than Dallas. We'll get into that a little bit later. 22, January 2024. In Dallas, Celtics 119-110. March 1st, 2024. In Boston, Celtics 138-110. So they obviously won both games. So let's get a little bit into Boston's journey of their conference finals, the teams, and see what their scores were to get for them to get to this point where they are at. Okay, Boston Celtics journey to the 2024 NBA Finals, Eastern Conference Final. Boston Celtics won. They were number 1. Beat the Indiana Pacers number 6 4-0. Now let's get into their scores, okay? Celtics 133, Pacers 128 in overtime. That was probably the only game the Pacers they could have clinched it, but they didn't. Celtics 126, Pacers 110, Celtics 114, Pacers 111, Celtics 105, Pacers 102. So all of these games were pretty close except for the 126, 110. They did have a chance to beat them in Indiana. They just couldn't hold up. They couldn't hold up, unfortunately. Now this is going from the second round, and then we're gonna go to the first round, okay? Boston Celtics, number 1, they beat the Cleveland Browns. They were number 5, 4-1 in that series. Celtics 120, Cavaliers 95. The Cavaliers 118, Celtics 94. Celtics 106, Cavaliers 93. Celtics 109, Cavaliers 102. Celtics 113, Cavaliers 98. As you can see the score, they obviously dominated them. And when they played the Miami Heat, which was number 8, they went 4-1 as well. Celtics 114, Heat 94, Heat 111, Celtics 101, Celtics 104, Heat 84, Celtics 102, Heat 88, Celtics 118, Heat 84. So you can see the pattern and how all the rounds had went, pretty much. Now we're going to go into the Dallas Mavericks side because they're in the Western Conference, and Celtics, they are in the Eastern Conference. So let's see how Dallas did. This is from their final round, and we're going to second into the first one, okay? Dallas, 5th seed, they beat the Timberwolves, the 3rd seed, 4-1 in that series. The Mavericks were 108, Timberwolves 105, Mavericks 109, Timberwolves 108, Mavericks 116, Timberwolves 107, Timberwolves 105, Mavericks 100, Mavericks 124, Timberwolves 103. Cut out, y'all, but as I was saying, that game where the Timberwolves had won and the Mavericks had lost, it was actually some people thinking, okay, maybe the Timberwolves are going to come back. And then they're going to go to the seventh game. It could have went that way, but Dallas is like, no, we need to go ahead and wrap this up. We playing with you guys. So that's why they beat them the final game, 124-103. Timberwolves almost had it. I don't know what Dallas was on that game. I don't know what they were sipping on. I don't know what they were drinking on. I don't know what they were thinking about for them to lose that game. But they got back in focus for the final one. So that's why the Timberwolves, they weren't able to beat them anymore, obviously. Now for the second round, when they have played Oklahoma, they went 4-2 in the series, okay? Thunder 117, Mavericks 95, Mavericks 119, Thunder 110, Mavericks 105, Thunder 101, Thunder 100, Mavericks 96, Mavericks 104, Thunder 92, Mavericks 117, Thunder 116. They were very close in that last game too. But, you know, I mean, when it goes kind of back and forth in a way, all you can do is just see the best team come out winning at the end. And that's what the Mavericks did. They didn't really slip too much with the Timberwolves, but with the Oklahoma City and the Los Angeles Clippers, they kind of so hopefully they can get back on track playing Jason Tatum and everything that team has to play and everything they have to bring. So when they played the LA Clippers, they went 4-2 in the series. Clippers 109, Mavericks 97, Mavericks 96, Clippers 93, Mavericks 101, Clippers 90, Clippers 116, Mavericks 111, Mavericks 123, Clippers 93, Mavericks 114, Clippers 101. So that was the teams and the scores when they were playing each round. So you can actually see how it was broken down and stuff. And you know, sometimes your team may have the lead and then lose, and then sometimes your team may stay in the lead and they'll keep the lead till the game is over. So that's definitely good thing just to be aware of, just to know and stuff. So how the schedule is going to be broken down for the game. So we got the first game, Dallas at Boston. Game 2, Dallas at Boston. Game 3 and 4, Boston at Dallas. Game 5, Dallas at Boston. Game 6, Boston at Dallas. And then Game 7, Dallas heads out there to Boston, where it may be wrapped up. It may be wrapped up sooner. We don't even know, because we're going to see how the series goes. We're definitely going to see how the series goes. Let's get into a little bit more of the key stats, pretty much, for both teams ahead as well. The Celtics are the first team in the 28 years for which we have play-by-play data to statistically be the best team in the regular season, plus 11.7 points per 100 possessions, and in each of the first 3 rounds of the playoffs, plus 17.0 in the first round, plus 8.5 in the conference semis, and plus 6.3 in the conference final. The Celtics have outscored their opponents by 9.9 points per game from 3-point range. This is amazing for the stats, that you're just hearing right now. This is amazing. This is really good. By 4.1 points in the restricted area, and by 6.1 points per game on free throws. Those are all the best differentials in the playoffs. When you're coming with stats like that, what you want to do as a team is elevate and keep pushing. And that way it's hard for any other team, maybe a player, but any other team to actually beat that record and, keep it going and stuff. Luka Doncic has averaged 28.8 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 8.8 assists. If he maintained those numbers, he'd be just the third player to average at least 28, 8, and 8 in at least 15 playoff games, joining LeBron James 2015, 2018, and Nikola Jokic in 2023, the previous year. The Mavs are the only team in the last 3 postseasons with multiple wins. They're 2-3 in games. They trail by at least 17 points. The Celtics, meanwhile, are 10-0 in games they led by double digits. I mean, it's kind of breaking it down, just the point-wise, how the stats and everything line up with, I mean, both teams. It's crazy. I mean, just look at it and see for yourself. I'm reading it, and it's kind of telling me, it's kind of giving a hint. In the 22 years since the first round series changed to best of 7, 44 teams total, the Celtics 6-2 at home, 6-0 on the road, and the Mavericks 5-3, 7-2 are just the 5th and 6th teams to reach the finals with a better playoff record on the road than they had at home, which is true. Most teams are better on the road than are at home. Some teams are better at home than they are on the road. It really depends. It just really depends. Jaylen Brown has shot 97 for 194, 65.1% in the paint, the best mark among 16 players with at least 100 paint attempts, and up from 60.7% in the regular season. JB, I mean, he's untouchable. That's a bad boy right there. It really is. Peyton Pritchard has a shot 24-44, 45.5% from three-point range, the second best mark among 72 players with at least 25 three-point attempts in the playoffs. Jrue Holiday, 15 for 31, 48.4%, and Derek White, 36 for 76, 47.4, ranked second and third in catch and shoot three-point percentage among 45 players with at least 25 catch and shoot attempts. JT has shot just 20 for 60, 33 for 30%. Pull-up two-pointers, the worst mark among 21 players who've attempted at least 25. So he got to work on that a little better. He got to be a little better. Let's go to the Mavericks side of it. The Mavericks led the playoffs with 4.6 corner three-pointers per game, with 34% of their three-point attempts, the second highest rate coming from the corners. PJ Washington leads all individuals with 28 threes, 5 shy of Bruce Bowen's record of 33 in 2007, while Derrick Jones Jr. is tied for second with 17. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So they don't have too long to go as far as the guys, PJ and Derrick. They don't have too long to go as far as breaking those records and getting up there. They've retained 31% of available offensive rebounds, the 4th highest rate in the playoffs, and up from 25.7, 25th in the regular season. That's been the biggest jump in offensive rebounding percentage by a wide margin. Okay, Luka, 31.3%, and Kyrie, 23.5%, ranked 4th and 15th in usage rate among 52 players who played at least 250 minutes in the playoffs. Those marks are down 35.5% second and 27.4% in the regular season, with those being the biggest and third biggest drops from those 52 players. Yeah, it's a lot that they are gonna have to prep for and just be ready for. That way they know what they're facing. I mean, this is going to be a phenomenal game. It really is. I mean, I think this is probably going to be one of the high scoring games of an NBA final that has ever been played. It's going to be a lot of high scoring, a lot of three-pointers too, a lot of shots in the paint, outside the paint. I mean, it's going to be really good. It's going to be a fire game. So if you guys, I know y'all going to be watching, you're going to have your ribs, you're going to have your popcorn, you're going to have your burgers, your chicken. Y'all going to be doing it up. And the first game starts on Thursday. So y'all make sure y'all tune into the game, okay? For my pick, all the way, of course, I got to go with the Mavericks. I can't go against them. I got to go with the Mavericks. I mean, it's JT and it's Jaylen Brown. I get it. But I think in the end, Mavericks will pull it off. I'm going to say they're going to win it in Game 6. Close it out in Game 6. Get the hat, get the trophy, take the picture, and get ready to do a parade out here because everybody is going to be turning up. So Mavericks definitely is my pick for the conference all the way. But we will see. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this video. Give me feedback. Who are you picking to win the NBA Finals? The 2024 NBA Finals. Who are you picking to win this game? Okay? Don't forget to share this video with anyone and everyone that you know. And while you're at it, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can be notified every time that I drop videos on this channel. And if that is all, always remember to stay prayed up and stay blessed. And I will see you guys in the next episode.